this year, but he is back. His name's Euan Aitken. Thank you for joining us today.
So easy. Thanks for having me.
Nah, pleasure's all mine, mate. So let's get started. Your juniors for Marimbula Pambula, maybe I'm saying that wrong. Yep, Bulldogs and Shell Harbour Sharks. What was that like, growing up in the Wollongong sort of area and playing for those teams?
Well, Marimbula Pambula Bulldogs is actually far south coast, so it's,
okay.
I was from Wollongong, but playing for them was really good. It was a lot of my childhood friends are there and from that area, and still got a close connection there with my mum. And as the treasurer there, she just got voted as a life member just recently.
So nice! Congrats.
So yeah, she's done really well. She's a junior life member and a senior life member now. So she obviously puts a lot of work in with the club down there. And my older brother still plays first grade for Marimbula Pambula Bulldogs at the moment. They're going pretty good. So shout out to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was 16, I moved up to play for the SG Ball Dragons, and then went into 20s after that. But I played a few games with Shell Harbour Sharks in first grade and 18s. We ended up winning the grand final in that 18s year. So
nice.
Both great clubs. Obviously, Shell Harbour's a great little spot, and the community there got it. The Sharks there is great as well.
No, that's awesome. As you said, you played some of your junior footy years in SG Ball, Harold Matts with the Dragons, and then you went on to play for the Australian Schoolboys 2013. What was that experience like?
The Australian Schoolboys in 2013, I actually got injured.
Shit.
I made the team, but I got injured in between that, so I didn't actually play. But still pretty good that I got selected for it and all that sort of thing. So it was a proud moment.
Oh, absolutely. And then obviously you made your Dragons debut against the Raiders down in Canberra, round 3, 2015. What was it like getting your debut and also getting the win on the debut?
Yeah, it was pretty great. It didn't start off the best. I think I let in the try, but then after that, I had a really good game. Funny because it's my dad's favourite team, the Raiders. So
okay.
He was supporting me, but he liked his team to win. So he wanted me to go with good the Raiders to win, but it's good though. And to do it in Canberra, so it was close to home, so I got a fair bit of support to come and watch that game. So it was a special moment for me.
No, that's awesome. And as you're saying, like your dad would have been hoping the Raiders won, but was there to support you, so it was a bit bittersweet for him.
Yeah, exactly. And it was probably the ground I've gone to most to watch any NRL game because my grandma lived in Canberra and then dad's from Canberra. So, so the Raiders ground was sort of a little bit familiar in a sense.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair enough. And then you got your first NRL try in round 6 of that year against the Bulldogs. What was it like? Do you remember scoring it and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I got scored off a grubber. I was, I just remember celebrating and just a real proud moment to get my first try. It was just good to be around the boys and obviously get that first one off.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I can imagine that. Like a lot of players, as you know, remember their first game and their first try, and it's a very special feeling, I can imagine. And then you got the match winner, speaking of tries, in the 2016 Auckland Nines against the Raiders, of all clubs again. What was that like?
Nah, that wasn't in the Auckland Nines.
Oh, it wasn't?
Club game, yeah. So it was a pretty weird scenario. Like it was 3 days after the City Country. I played in that game, so it was 3 days after we played the Raiders. And the lights weren't working. I think there was a bit of a power outage or something like that. So the ground was really dark and spooky in a sense. But so it ended up going to Golden Point, and then I think Jack Whiten threw a big long tunnel sort of ball, and I just seen it, and then
this intercept sort of thing.
I nearly stumbled, nearly dropped the ball, and then I just kept my balance and managed to get it over. And I just remember all the boys jumping on me. I could barely breathe. So great feeling that one.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. And obviously you've moved to the Warriors, who are on the Central Coast at the moment. What was it like going from the Dragons last year to the Warriors, and being with a different culture, different team sort of thing?
Yeah, it's good to come and meet so many different cultures here. That's probably the blessing of the Warriors. You've got so many different cultures in the club, Kiwis, the Maoris, Tongans, Samoans, Fijians. You've obviously got the Aussies, got the Indigenous boys there as well. So that was a big focus in the pre-season, just getting around everyone's culture. Everyone had a culture night. So that was really good. And just to notice the humble nature of the team. It's I think that nature of Kiwi is really humble sort of people. So it's great to get over here. It's obviously been not the best start with me. I got injured round 1, obviously, and then obviously this isolation thing was pretty unlucky, I suppose. But yeah, this has happened. So I haven't managed to pull too many games together. But I thought the games I played pretty decently, and I was starting to build on something.
Oh, absolutely. You even scored a try in the unfortunate loss to the Cowboys, but that was, I think, your first game back from injury, wasn't it?
I think it would have been second.
Oh, second, yeah.
Yeah, third. I'm not sure actually now. I can't remember.
It was in the first few, and you've already impressed. You scored a try, and you're also impressive in round one. Unfortunately, getting injured, but you still impressed really well. And how is the isolation going for you at the moment? You're about a week in. You've got one more week left.
Yeah, about that. So it's been good. Like, it's hard in the sense because there's not a lot to do, but it's probably lucky in the sense I've got uni to focus on. So it gives me something to do during the day. And obviously, I'm lucky enough that the Impact dropped some training equipment just down the Erina. The gym there was lucky enough to give me some equipment to be able to do some.
Oh, that's good of them.
Yeah, so at least I can keep fit and keep active, and then uni on top of that gives me a bit of something to focus on otherwise. So it's not ideal, but I think I've just got to keep productive, and we'll make it go quicker.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's someone that's just dropped into the live stream. It's Jared Mitchell. He's one of the sponsors of the podcast. I just got to do a quick shout out to them. Shout out to Gold Coast Trading Cards. Anyone who knows or gets footy cards such as these ones, go through Gold Coast Trading Cards. They're the best prices, and the 2021 Elite cards are about to drop soon as well. I think late next month or early next month or late this month. But anyway, get keen. Best prices are through Gold Coast Trading Cards. Now, next topic we've got is who's the biggest pest at the Warriors?
I think Adam can be a little bit of a pest. He's fun. But yeah, when he gets going, he's pretty witty for a big bloke, and he likes stirring up the trainers, so it's pretty funny.
That's good. Who's the best sledger at the Warriors?
Yeah, I'd probably have to say Ads again. He's when he's on fire, he's pretty unstoppable. So there's a good laugh around the boys, and he likes cracking jokes with everyone. So it's good.
Yeah, fair. And who was the biggest pest and also the best sledger when you were at the Dragons?
Probably Duffo.
Yep.
He's a little pest around training. He's a little bit of an angry. He was always provides some laughs. So yeah, Duffo's a good lad, and yeah, I miss him. So. He was always good to provide a laugh, but he sometimes ride the roller coaster. He couldn't handle it sometimes.
No, that's fair. And who's the funniest teammate that you've got? Someone that's always good for a laugh.
Ciro's pretty funny at the Warriors here, and then Merch on his good days, he'll have a laugh as well. So all fun.
Yeah, nice. And currently, obviously, you said you're, keeping busy in the isolation with uni work and keeping fit and all that. Have you had time to start a Netflix binge during this week?
Yeah, I've done a few different shows, a couple of different movies. The Stanford experiment about how people act in situations is pretty interesting to know. It's about when they pick uni students, pay them $15 a day for 2 weeks, and they choose guards or prisoners.
Yep.
And the guards end up being really harsh when they weren't supposed to be or anything like that.
Yeah.
Relation sort of thing. So it just goes to show about a bit of what power does to people. And all
yes,
sort of
exactly.
thing. Another good net. It's actually on Stan. Godfather of Harlem. You haven't watched that, so definitely recommend that one.
I've definitely not watched that yet, but now I've got the recommendation. I'll put that on my to watch list. Pardon me. And what's Nathan Brown been like as a coach for you at the Warriors?
Yeah, he demands a lot, which is good. So he makes you work on your game and keeps you honest in all sorts of aspects. He's a really intelligent sort of coach, so which has been good for me. He's kept on top of me with my hard work and being honest all times of the game and just using my fitness to the best of my ability. So he's been good so far.
Oh, that's awesome. And we've just got a message in the live stream from Warrior Nation, whose owner is Richie. Absolutely top bloke he is. And he's messaged the live stream saying, up the Warriors, good luck this weekend. We got your back, win or lose. So that's some good positive vibes from Warrior Nation. And also anyone who wants tickets, right very close to the game. Obviously not this week, obviously because COVID protocols, but when fans are allowed back in the stands, be sure to go to Warrior Nation. If you want a shuttle bus from Sydney to the Warriors games on the Central Coast, hit up Warrior Nation. They organise them. So big shout out to them. And yeah, thank you for the kind words, Richie. Just trying to see, how do you like your steak? Random question, but why not?
Medium. I like a medium. Yeah.
Okay, so, that's a lot better than Josh's answer. He likes it blue.
No, none of that.
Yeah, nah, I don't want to mooing. Right, so we just covered quite a fair bit. What was it like, obviously, what are the coaching styles like, differences like with Nathan Brown at the Warriors compared to McGregor when you were at the Dragons?
Yeah, they're different. Nathan Brown obviously played in the hooker position and a little bit in the halves, I think, when he was in his career. So he's definitely got a bit more game sense and around game plans and different shapes.
Mm-hmm.
Where he was he was always look for hard work and effort areas, and he responded well with the boys, talking to him and that. So it was good to have. It was easy to have that with. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good to hear. And obviously, you're still very much so a prominent player at the moment. But up to this point, in your career, what would you say is your career highlight so far?
The city country game I played in was probably one of the highlights. It's obviously some special moments of some different games. The Greg Inglis try, the Raiders intercept come to mind. So, just looking to build in some more highlights and then hopefully get the Warriors in the finals.
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, you guys are building very well. We've just got a message from Christian Catley. He's the owner of, I want to say it's NZ Warriors Fanatics, I think. He says, can't wait to see you back on the field, Euan, with a thumbs up. So thank you very much, Christian, for that. You'll be pumped for the next game coming up, because not this week coming up, but the week after, because you'll be up for selection. Are you hoping to get selected?
Oh, 100%. Like, that's the goal. Obviously, I haven't played a lot of footy this year, which is disappointing, but so a lot of it's probably been out of my control. But yeah, I hope I get selected. I'm looking to finish the year on a strong note. And obviously, feeling fresh enough to play some really good football and finish the year out in high.
Oh, absolutely. And one last topic. There's been quite a few signings and all that for the Warriors lately, the last few weeks. You know, Dallin Watene-Zelezniak, Chad Townsend, even Reece Walsh close to 2 months ago now. You've obviously, I'm guessing, not had a chance to meet Dallin yet, other than, you know, when you played at the Dragons in the sense of against him because you've been in isolation. But is there any word on Chad Townsend and how his injury is coming after the Dragons game?
I haven't heard too much on the injury front from that, but I know in the week leading up to that game, he showed a lot of great leadership qualities in the halves, and I think he gave the boys a bit of an extra boost. Obviously, the game didn't go to plan.
No.
I think they for a lot of that game, they were playing pretty decent football, but they just got really inconsistent the last 10 minutes, which let them down, and that momentum swung really hard. And I don't think we were good enough to sort of stop it in the tracks, and that's probably
if you were playing, you would have won.
I don't know that, but so there's some positive signs in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think it's frustrating for fans because it's a lot. Like, we've lost 4 or 5 really close games by a point or less, so a couple of points or whatever. So it's frustrating, but at the end of the day, we're not getting beaten by 40, unless it's Melbourne, I suppose. But
Melbourne's Melbourne, though. They're a different club even in itself.
They're top side, but I think we've got things to improve, and I think if we can pull it all together and play 80 minutes, we're going to be a hard side to beat. And
I agree.
A couple of wins together and finish out the year strong. But just on the recruitment, I think the club's done really well. I don't think the team's recruited as well as we have in this mid-season break, like 4 players and 4 potential people that's going to come straight into your team. So I think they're going to add a lot to our team, and there's going to be a lot of depth at the club as well. So people have to perform. Otherwise, I think they can easily get swapped out for another player.
Oh, absolutely. And we've got one more question, and this is from someone named Nellie Davis. So thank you, Nellie, for your question. She asks, or he asks, I don't know what their name is. So Nellie says, with all the injuries in our halves this season, do you have a preferred half to play outside of?
They're different players. I've played with Cody and Chanel. Chanel's obviously a beast in defence, and then Cody's probably the better attacker. So they've both got their positives. And they're both on their day can be really outstanding halves, and obviously both can improve. And Chanel's still young, so there's a long way to go for him. So good things to happen that we've got a bit of selection in the halves now between Chad Townsend, Cody, and Sean. And then Chanel's lucky enough that he didn't need surgery, so he'll be back soon enough. So I'll give a fair few choices, which I think we needed. I think we should have these halves at the start of the year to be able to choose between. Where
absolutely,
that's probably the position we lacked in terms of depth. But it's good now that we've got the halves to choose from.
Oh, absolutely. And one last topic. Do you have any words for words of inspiration or whatever for the Warriors fans for the rest of the season?
Yeah, just stick with us. I think, obviously, if you look at our games, we're not – if we've won 4 or 3 or 4 of them games or lost by a point or so, we'd be definitely sitting easily in the top 8. So get a bit more luck and keep sticking and working together. I think if we keep getting the support that we have been from over there, I think it's outstanding that everyone's sticking by us and all that sort of thing for these hard times. But we'll come through the end and be better for it.
Absolutely, and I agree. That about wraps it up. So I want to say thank you very much for joining me on the Final Tackle podcast. Thank you, everyone, for your questions. And yeah, go Warriors. I hope they end up getting in the finals for you.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Cheers, boys.
Thank you, mate. Take care.